Good morning. I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So thanks for joining me again for my weekly 5 in 5 series where I share 5 quick tips in just 5 minutes on living a simpler life and minimalism. So today I want to talk to you about the flexibility when it comes to minimalism, because one of the biggest misconceptions surrounding minimalism is that it's all about strict rules. So how many items should you own, how your home should look, and how fast you should declutter. But here's the thing. Minimalism isn't about what's right or what's wrong. It's about flexibility because it's all about what really works for you. So if you ever thought I must be doing something wrong, I guess I'm minimalist because I can't do that the way they want me to do it. Today's 5 in 5 tips will help you embrace a flexible mindset about minimalism, a more of or less of approach, so that you can do away with all the all or nothing thinking. So let's get started. So my tip number 1 is you set the limits, not the rules. There's a belief that minimalism means owning as little as possible, a very limited amount of clothing, decoration in your home. This rigid approach can make people feel like they have to follow someone else's rules and someone else's definition of what is enough. So remember, minimalism is about flexibility and freedom. Instead of focusing on the arbitrary limits set by someone else, focus on your own limits. So if having a lot of beautiful serving pieces like I do, because I love entertaining, it makes my hosting easier and more fun. And so in this case, I've kept them. So the same goes for you. If you like clothing, if you like shoes, if you like jewelry, if that's your thing, keep what you really want and need, and then let go of the rest. So minimalism isn't about restriction. It's about keeping what adds value to your life and removing what doesn't. So, and then tip number 2 is perfection is the enemy of progress. So this happens across everything we do. So do you ever feel like you need to have that perfect decluttering system before you start? Or before you start decluttering, you might want to have that ideal storage box or system or bins. You might even want that detailed plan far ahead of time before you even start. And you might want the right decluttering method before you get started. So obviously, waiting for the perfect bins, the perfect plans, and the perfect time to start can keep you stuck and also be undecided, so you never get going. So instead of aiming for perfect, just aim for better. So start by decluttering something, even if it's just a drawer. So use a simple brown box instead of those fancy bins or organizers, and take small, imperfect steps and adjust as you go. So just aim for some progress, because some is better than none. My third tip is minimalism should feel right, not look right. So there is a misconception about what a minimalist home should look like. You know, the white walls, the stark, cold interior, very limited furnishings. But minimalism can't be defined by how your home looks, because it's really about what makes you feel at home in your own home. So instead of focusing on making your home look like that minimalist aesthetic that you've heard about, focus on how your home feels for you. So does it have all you need? Do you feel at home in your own home? And have you surrounded yourself with things that you love and make you feel good? So if your home supports your life, and if your home feels and looks good to you, then you've already succeeded. And my fourth tip is minimalism doesn't have a finish line that you have to cross. So many people hesitate to call themselves minimalist because they might feel like they haven't decluttered enough, or they haven't done enough. So maybe the garage is still full of boxes or too much stuff. Maybe your basement still has all those bins in it with the photos, or maybe your closet is overflowing. So they think that minimalism has a finish line that they have to cross before they can officially become minimalist. And until they cross that line, they they don't qualify. So try this. Instead of thinking minimalism is a goal, think of it as a range or a spectrum. So you don't have to be on that extreme side to benefit from living with less. You can start where you are, make changes that fit your life. And it is your journey, not someone else's. And you determine what's reasonable and right for you. And every step that you take towards that simpler life counts. And my last tip is decluttering is not a one-time event. So we often approach decluttering like a big weekend project. Clear everything out, donate it all at once, and poof, you're a minimalist. But the reality is minimalism is a journey. It's an ongoing process. So if it isn't a big one-time event, and removing all that clutter at one time. It's all about making conscious decisions over and over. So if you're feeling clutter that keeps creeping into your home, it could make you feel like you failed. But that's just not the case. So think of decluttering as an ongoing practice, not a single event. Set small, regular routines and habits. The one in, one out method for anything that is going to be new, monthly check-ins to reassess what's serving you and keep that, and what's not, and let that go. So minimalist is a lifestyle, not a one-time purge. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips to embrace a more of or less of mindset instead of worrying about what's right or what's wrong. So minimalism isn't about extremes. It's about intentionally deciding what's enough, what's right for you, and for your lifestyle. So if this video has helped you, please like and share it with others who might benefit. And also, please subscribe to my channel because you are just amazing and you keep helping this channel grow and the word gets out to many more. So, and if you want a simple guide to decluttering your way, check out my, it's a 15-minute burst method. It's on my website. It's an easy way to start decluttering and simplifying your life. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I will see you again next week.